Here are today's top stories. The Nigerian Senate has taken decisive action against the growing use of dangerous chemical ripening by summoning the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, for a detailed explanation. This move follows a motion sponsored by Senator Anthony Ani, titled Urgent Need to Investigate and Halt the Continuous Unwholesome Practice of Chemical Ripening of Fruits in Nigeria. While leading the debate, Senator Ani highlighted that fruit ripening is a natural process meant to enhance sweetness and nutritional value. However, he lamented a disturbing shift towards the use of hazardous substances by fruit vendors aiming to speed up ripening and boost appearance. While some use ethylene and methyl jasmonate, considered relatively safe, others opt for cheaper but toxic chemicals such as calcium carbide, ethylene glycol, and ethifon. These substances may contain deadly impurities like arsenic and lead. The senator warned that these chemicals can cause cancer, kidney and liver failure, neurological issues, and even death. He stressed that many vendors are unaware of the risks and are driven solely by profit, leaving consumers unknowingly exposed to harmful substances. In response, the Senate has directed NAFDAC, the Ministry of Agriculture, and the FCCPC to investigate and curtail the trend. It also called on the National Orientation Agency and other relevant bodies to educate the public on the dangers of consuming artificially ripened fruits. Furthermore, the Senate urged Customs and the Agricultural Quarantine Service to inspect imported fruits, especially apples, to ensure they are free from toxic preservatives. To enhance regulatory enforcement, the Senate asked its Committee on Legal Matters to begin amending laws to include stricter penalties for violators. It also mandated its Health and Agriculture Committees to summon NAFDAC for a briefing on past actions taken and future strategies to combat this health threat. Nigerian governor told to immediately resign, the first step. In a bold and urgent statement, the Coalition for Good Governance and Accountability in the Northwest, COGGAN, has called for the immediate resignation of Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State. According to the group, Governor Lawal has failed to fulfill his campaign promises, particularly in the critical areas of security and basic education. The call for resignation was made public in a statement released on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, by the group's president, Alhaji Ibrahim Anka. He described the governor's performance as a complete failure, accusing him of betraying the trust of the people who elected him. Anka noted that insecurity in Zamfara has only worsened, with entire communities left at the mercy of bandits, schoolchildren kidnapped, and rural farmers forced off their land. He further claimed that Governor Lawal had promised during the 2023 election campaign to end banditry within 3 months of taking office. Yet, over a year later, violence continues to plague the state. On education, the group said not a single functional school has been built or rehabilitated under Lawal's administration. They allege billions of naira have been spent without transparency or tangible outcomes. Kogan stressed that the people of Zamfara deserve leadership that offers security, education, and hope, not fear, neglect, and poverty. They believe that resignation is the first step toward rebuilding trust and accountability in the state. Meanwhile, the Coalition for Safer Northwest Communities also linked Zamfara's rising insecurity to Governor Lawal's weak leadership. They warned that both rural villages and urban residents live under constant threat of abduction and violence. In another twist, the APC Integrity Network accused the Zamfara government of sponsoring recent protests against the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, in what they allege is a plot to weaken President Tinubu's cabinet ahead of 2027. As pressure mounts, citizens and observers across the nation await Governor Lawal's response. Will he heed the calls for accountability or continue to defend an administration many now see as faltering? Philip Agbese, a champion for the people. Chief Philip Agbese is strongly devoted to the ordinary people's voices. Many leaders rule from a distance, but Okanga directly interacts with farmers, merchants, students and elders to get an understanding of their needs and goals. His policies reflect the actual needs of the communities he serves rather than being imposed from above. This strategy has not only gained him great trust, which is rare in politics today, but also respect. Real champions act, not talk. Enone shows Okanga's influence everywhere. These successes are lifelines restoring people's worth and chances, not only small initiatives. Empowering his people should be Okanga's most lasting legacy. He has given the people of Enone the means to create their own wealth. His leadership fosters self-reliance, which guarantees that development keeps on rather than fostering reliance. Power can elevate whole communities when applied with integrity and empathy, as Chief Philip Agbese has demonstrated. His model calls not only other leaders, but also all of us to demand better, to expect more, and to believe in the potential of a government that really serves. Through their changed life and fresh optimism, the Enon people have spoken. More than simply a leader, Okanga is a champion who has battled for their future and triumphed. And as his work goes on, one reality becomes clear. When a leader prioritizes the people, everyone succeeds. The Office of the Attorney General of the Federation has once again withdrawn the prosecutorial fiat granted to human rights lawyer Femi Falana SAN. This marks the second time the AGF has revoked the authority to prosecute Leo Stan Eke, chairman of Zinox Technologies, and 12 others. The decision, communicated in a letter dated May 2, 2025, follows a careful review of the case's facts and circumstances. A similar withdrawal occurred in October 2022, resulting in the dismissal of charges in the Federal Capital Territory High Court. This case continues to raise important questions about prosecutorial powers and judicial independence in Nigeria. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more breaking news and in-depth reports. In international news, Saudi Arabian authorities have reportedly arrested the wife and mother of notorious Nigerian bandit leader Ado Aliero. The arrest took place in Medina, where the women were allegedly living under false identities. Security experts believe this breakthrough could provide valuable intelligence on bandit activities in Nigeria's northwest region. Nigerian officials are expected to work closely with Saudi counterparts to ensure the suspects are extradited for further investigation. Meanwhile, a viral online debate about immigration and language skills saw a Nigerian man challenged by a British national to an English proficiency test. The Briton scored 83, narrowly beating the Nigerians 79. The Nigerian participant noted the test favored native speakers, sparking a wider discussion on fairness in language assessments and immigration narratives. Back home, former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi is preparing to formally declare his 2027 presidential bid under a new political party. This move coincides with reports that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar may defect to the African Democratic Congress to boost his political standing. These developments signal a possible major realignment ahead of Nigeria's next general elections. In Lagos, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commissioned 2 significant housing projects in Surulere and Iponri as part of the Greater Lagos Initiative. These projects aim to provide affordable housing and help reduce the city's housing deficit, contributing to improved living standards and economic growth. In the energy sector, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery credits the federal government's Naira for Crude initiative for the steady reduction in petrol prices. This policy facilitates crude oil exchange for Naira, promoting local refining and reducing foreign exchange reliance. The refinery recently lowered petrol prices to 825 Naira per litre, a move intended to ease financial pressure on Nigerian consumers. On the protection of press freedom, the Nigerian House of Representatives has approved a 10-year security plan for investigative journalist Umar Audu. Audu's undercover investigation uncovered a widespread fake degree syndicate in the Benin Republic, prompting significant reforms. This security measure highlights the government's commitment to safeguarding journalists who risk their lives in pursuit of truth. In the diaspora, Nigerian-born Sani Lambe has been appointed mayor of Southwark in the United Kingdom. His appointment underscores the growing influence of Nigerians abroad and brings fresh leadership focused on community development and inclusivity. Finally, the new Nigeria People's Party has apologized to President Bola Tinubu and the ruling APC for criticisms by former member Rabiu Kwankwaso. The party clarified that Kwankwaso is no longer affiliated, and his statements do not reflect the party's position amid ongoing political realignments in Nigeria. For more breaking news and in-depth reports, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay connected with us.